So in CTE we have infiltration of Shanghai, which was the first nighttime prototype. But after today's patch we now have 2 more night map prototypes added to the CTE client. We have Golmud Railway and Zavod 311, but of course, you know, it's a first iteration, so expect a few graphical glitches and whatnot, but don't worry too much because they will be ironed out eventually. One thing I just want to point out before talking about each of these maps, playing these nighttime maps with no 3D spotting is just amazing. It completely changes the game, it makes it more intense, and you'll find yourself changing up your playstyle, needing to really think twice about your next move, and you need to put more effort in trying to hear sounds around your position, which you'll see throughout this gameplay. There's a few parts I kind of go on a bit of a killing spree, mainly due to the fact of I can hear the enemy's footsteps, and just that alone, like I said, you really do need to concentrate on it so much more than a normal daytime map with 3D spotting enabled. Also, one more thing I just want to point out, air vehicles are in these maps, and because of the night sky and no 3D spotting, air vehicles are way more deadly than we're used to. Like I said, they can hide in the night sky. Air pilots can plan their moves a little more safer and swoop down when they're ready. And going back to my first point, unless that air vehicle has been spotted on your minimap, you really do need to just stop what you're doing and listen to the direction of where the attack or scout heli is coming from, and of course the louder it is, the closer and lower to the ground they're flying, which is where you can easily take them out. I found myself just constantly looking into the sky trying to find where the enemy air vehicle's position was. It might sound like a bad thing, but I don't see this as being too unbalanced. Yes, air vehicles are more deadly, but it's actually, to be honest, it's actually really fun. I was playing with one of my real life friends on CTE, taking a capture point, hiding from the enemy scout heli, pretty much just trying to figure out where his position was. The night sky almost completely camouflaged him. The only way we managed to see him for a split second was because he flew in front of the moon that revealed his position, then we were able to take him out. This kind of gameplay you don't really get at the moment in a normal daytime map with 3D spotting enabled in retail BF4. Like I said before, it's almost a completely different way to experience the game, and so far it's great. I can't say any real negatives at the moment, apart from some of the maps I think have a little bit too much light here and there. Also, the moonlight is maybe a little too strong, but I'll talk more about that later in the video. So overall, I played on the new night maps for a good 4 hours, and if we talk just about Golmud Railway first, you'll probably notice a slight graphical glitch when I ADS using a thermal scope. It actually changes the daytime for a split second when I zoom back out, but glitches like this will be fixed eventually, so don't worry too much about it. But like I said before, I still think the moon is a little too bright. You'll probably notice it throughout the gameplay. But as for lights on buildings and whatnot, I feel like there was a nice balance between just enough light to make sure the map isn't completely pitch black while still keeping the nighttime theme. As for attachments, I do recommend to use any of the thermal scopes in this map. It can get really damn dark in the more open filled parts of the map. As for Zavod 311, out of the two, this is by far my favourite. I much prefer this map at night. However, some parts of the map are just way too bright, almost to the point the vibrancy of the colours looked weird, almost washed out. I don't know if you guys will agree with me or not. I do think they need to take out some of the lights between the C and D flags. And once again, the moon is just way too bright in this map. It really does need to be toned down a little bit. Also, like I said, seeing as some parts of the map are actually rather bright, I feel like using a thermal scope was a little pointless. I just stuck with any kind of red dot sight. It seemed to work just fine. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the first look at the 2 new night maps on CTE. If you have any ideas to make them better, please leave feedback. I'll leave a link to where you can voice your opinions in the description. I'm going to keep the gameplay going without any kind of commentary so you guys can get a better feel for the maps. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.